Hello, I'm back with another pick a card. So the topic of this pick a card is what's the good news? I was gonna make an astrology video, but things weren't loading properly, so I took that as a redirection. So I'm doing tarot instead. Um, yeah, what's the good news? So for pile one, we have blue calcite. Pile two, we have amber. Pile three, we have clear quartz. And I'm going to insert a overhead image of the different piles so you can take a moment and pause the video before and like meditate on the energies before picking which one you want. All right, just make sure to listen to your intuition and all that. Pile one. Okay, pile one. Hello. This is blue calcite. I really like the way it feels. It has a very strong like throat chakra connection, allowing you to express your true thoughts and let you like connect with others as you do that, bring you closer to your goals and all that as you speak your truth. So I'm going to start with oracles. I'm starting with the blue messiah reading cards. I don't think I've used them in like a reading before. I've used them in like on YouTube. I've used them for like in an astrology video once to get a few things, but let's do it here. Rainbow body. Authenticity. Wow, look at that. Let me get one more. Nature's wisdom. Okay. Bottom of the deck is meditation. It was on the bottom of the deck earlier too, so it's really important for you all right now to make sure to take time to sit and meditate within your own energy. So because I see what's happening for you is you are coming into this state, into this time in your life when you are really accepting yourself for who you are and allowing yourself to be free, especially with the rainbow body and authenticity cards here. You're removing any masks that have been placed upon you or that you have put on yourself, masks that have been worn because of fear of how you would be perceived by those around you, masks worn because of perceptions that other people have projected onto you, masks worn for all types of different reasons. There may also be some LGBTs in here. I am one of the LGBTs, but there may be in this pile. I see you just allowing yourself to be free and allowing yourself to show the world who you really are and get in line with your true nature as a person, okay? And who nature intended you to be. I'm going to read the Nature's Wisdom card out loud because I just feel like I need to. To connect with nature is to connect with the oneness of love. This card encourages your relationship with nature, dear one. You already have a beautiful connection to Mother Earth, and through your creative expression of love, you inspire many. By immersing yourself more in nature and connecting through loving consciousness, you will connect even deeper with the spirit of Mother Earth. This energy exchange will leave you feeling revitalized and will serve to constantly renew your own energy resources. Plants, trees, grass, and flowers communicate telepathically and will speak to you in a way that you will understand. Each organic life form expresses their light differently. The more you connect with them, the greater your relationship will be to the earth and also with the people around you. Tuning into the frequency of the earth is simply being present and expanding your level of love to the unfolding magic around you. By spending more time communicating with nature, you will sharpen your senses and ability to communicate with all forms of organic life. The natural world will guide you always, dear one. Thank you for being as receptive as you have been. Stay open, for there is more that Mother Earth wishes to share with you. Yeah. And so from that card, there is rainbow body and authenticity are both about allowing your true self to be exposed to the world, allowing your true self to, and all of your colors to be seen by everyone. And by going out into nature, I think you'll feel more comfortable with showing that and with expressing that and feeling more comfortable with like the way your energy flows around you and the way that your energy interacts with like different people, different entities, different things, you know. And so I think you're coming into this time where you feel extremely comfortable being yourself. Extremely comfortable with being yourself, extremely comfortable in your body, extremely comfortable just like being you. I'm also getting a lot of solar plexus energy, so a lot of inner fire as well, which to help drive you forward and drive you closer to your goals. And I feel like this is a very monumental transformation for you because it starts off with 23, and 23 adds up to 5. Okay, and 5 is a number of change. 5 is that halfway number between 0 to 10. And it's the point where you get to decide if you're going to change and move things forward, or if you're going to go back and return to 0, you know, and do the same cycle again. It's the halfway point, you know. And 2 is about connection, and like 3 is about learning. And so I feel like maybe through interactions with other people, you've learned more about yourself and learned more about what you want and learned more about where you want to go and what direction you want to go in. And it's helped light the fire within you to drive you forward and to become more purely yourself. Okay? So now we're going to get into the tarot. I have, this is the Bad Girls Tarot. I love this deck. I haven't used it in a little while, but I love it. Page of Swords. Three of Cups. Yeah. Okay. 10 of Swords reversed. Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like I need like 3 more. Page of Cups. Just gonna adjust this a little so that you can see them better. Strength. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. We love to see it. Growth, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. Good news. Oh, top of the deck we got the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star. That's amazing. And the King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so you are coming into this amazing period in your life where you just feel so, your sense of self is very secure. You know, coming into this like place where you know exactly who you are, you know, and no one can make you question that. You know your shadow, you know the positive, the negative, like no one can say anything about you because you know who you are, you know. And so if anybody says anything that's not untrue, you're like, that's not true, and so it doesn't bother you, right? And then if someone tries to like say something insulting that is true, again, you don't care because you already know. So what are you trying to prove? You know, and so you're getting into this place where you're the Page of Swords and the Three of Cups. You're allowing yourself to be, to show up with integrity and to show up with authenticity and honesty and to really speak your truth. And I think that it's really difficult for you. I'm having like a tickle in my throat, which I didn't have before just now. And so you're allowing yourself to really speak your truth, but it's been kind of difficult. But in this process, there's so much blue here. You chose blue calcite. It's like clearing out your throat chakra. And the thing is the throat chakra is the space where we begin to connect with others. Okay? The root chakra is like our survival. What am I doing outside? But the root chakra is our survival. The sacral chakra is our like feeling, emotional feeling, not just emotional, but like it's the feeling receptive part. The solar plexus is that inner fire, you know, it gives us a sense of self. The heart chakra is like where we allow ourselves to feel emotions, specifically feel them and let them go. And the throat chakra is where we share that, okay? Where we open up our mouths and speak and like share our vibration with others. And you're getting to that time in your life, to that era in your life, and it's really allowing your cup to overflow, because not only are you expressing who you are also allowing yourself to be exposed to who other people are, you know. So as you open yourself up, other people open up to you, and that helps you get closer and build like stronger bonds, and really helps you get into this kind of celebratory energy, this very happy, abundant energy, because you realize that like there is plenty of love to go around. There's plenty of energy to go around, you know, like there's less worry. You're not so worried. And I think that for a while you felt with the Ten of Swords, even though it is reversed, but for a while you were feeling very repressed, you know, defeated, like you aren't able to be your true self. Like you'd be yourself and then like get attacked for it, or you'd be yourself and then be shamed for it, you know. And it's like every time you tried to do something, someone has something to say about it. But maybe that's just because you weren't being around the right people. You weren't exposed to the kind of people who were accepting of you, you know. Because when you speak with the authenticity and show up with authenticity, then you attract people who also do that, and people who are in line with who your authentic self is. That's when you start to meet people that are like part of your soul tribe, soul family, people that like are in alignment with your inner self, you know, with your true self. And with this feeling of being repressed, being stuck, being like rejected, this feeling of rejection for you was like very strong. And I think you felt this way for months, years, you know, and it's like, I don't know what happened or how you got here, but it's changing. And it's changing because of action that you are taking. You know, you're choosing to leave with the Eight of Cups. You're leaving behind this energy of like feeling unsure of who you are, this energy of feeling like really confused about your surroundings, this energy of feeling unsure about how you feel about things, what you want to do. Like, you're leaving that behind and choosing to move forward into a state of self-fulfillment and happiness, you know. And it's something you've been waiting for a long time, and you're at this point where you're able to pour into your own cup and fill your own cup in the ways that you need. You know, you've been planting these seeds and trying, like, you've been building yourself up to this with the Seven of Pentacles, building yourself up to this version of yourself that is like very true to you, you know. For some of you, I think this may have to do with gender as well, but I'm not, that's only for some of you. Anyway, it's something you've been working towards for a long time, trying to figure out who you are, trying to figure out what you want, trying to like solidify this, just this sense of self, this confidence, not just like outer confidence, but this real true confidence that comes from the inside, that comes from the solar plexus, that comes from that fire within, where you know with the deepest of your being what you are doing, who you are, what you're supposed, like why you're here, like the who, what, when, where, and why of you. Because you're becoming an expert on yourself and then allowing that to be expressed, you know. And there's like, you're not really holding back either, and it just kind of feels like finally, you know, like for you it's like finally I'm here, finally I feel stable in who I am, finally I've been able to like shake off all of these things that have been put onto me since childhood, all of these like projections that my parents put onto me, or like other, or I don't know, teachers, I don't know, anybody, all of these things that people have, like all of these projections that I have internalized, that have shaped me into who I am. I don't need to worry about them because I know who I am. These people don't know who I am. They only know who they think I am, and they know themselves, and then they know what they see in me that they think is them, but it's not them, it's me, you know. Whew. All right, I'm gonna get some more tarot. I'm gonna use a different deck though. Prisma Visions, because I want to get some clarity about some of this. Oh, and this is good news for you, because it's like when the strength card is what I'm being drawn to. I'm viewing this girl and this lion as, or like big cat, whatever, as both like two sides of you, and you've really been able to integrate both sides of yourself, your shadow and your ego and your like persona, like everything about you, you've been able to like transform into one solid being, you know, like you are very aware of all aspects of you, and you're able to pull on them when you need them. And it's been a journey. We have this mountain in the background. It's been quite the journey, but I think you've also come into this state of like unconditional love of yourself, or at least you're coming into it. Like you may not be there yet, but you're almost there, and that's good. And with the Queen of Pentacles, your self-worth has like skyrocketed, you know, and like you know that you deserve goodness. You know that you are allowed to give yourself the abundance that you are deserving of, the abundance and the nurturing and the connection and all of that. You deserve that, you know. You deserve consistency in your life. You deserve to be cared for. And it starts with the self, but as you treat yourself that way, you see it around you as well. You see other people doing the same for you and also for themselves. On the Ten of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. And the Tower. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, this may be in regards to like, if you are like one of those LGBTQs. it's with the Knight of Cups on the bottom. It could be in regards to like not feeling free to express love to the people that you want to love because of like maybe familial expectations or cultural expectations. And so I feel like you may have had like lots of fights, lots of disagreements with the people around you because of that. And it may not, for some of, like, if you're not LGBT, then maybe it might not be in regards to that, but or like in regards to like the person itself, but maybe the type of person you're into isn't really something that like your people around you are approving of, you know. And so maybe you've had to really push back against what people think is good for you, you know. It's like you haven't been able to offer your cups or your energy to the places that you feel deserve it, because every time you do, you get criticized from an outside source. And then I think that you really care about the opinions of these people because it really hit you like really deep, like it hurt, you know. It is the Ten of Swords, it hurt. And it's not I feel like for a lot of the people that were saying these things, it's not because they like don't care about you. I think that they wanted the best for you, but it was misguided, you know. And I think a lot of this did start in the home and with the family, because of the tower. We do have this mansion in the background, and I think it started with the family, you know, and them really holding you back and not wanting you to do what makes you happy because for some reason they look down upon it, you know. And this is the dogs barking in the background has me thinking, like, it feels like every time you do it, every time you like talk about maybe someone you're interested in, all you get back is criticism about this person, or like criticism about like, oh, it's never going to work out, like, oh, this is bad, why would you do this, just like people questioning everything you're doing, you know. But I think you're really tired of just letting other people dictate your life and letting other people tell you what makes you happy and what's good for you. Okay. Page of Cups clarified by the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. I think you've been able to really see past all of these opinions that have been pulling you down. You know, I think you've gotten to this point now where you are able to like move beyond that Ten of Swords energy, move beyond all that overthinking caused by these criticisms from people, and allow you to offer your cup to yourself and to other people. With the Page of Cups here, you're able to offer a glimpse of your inner world, of your like inner emotions, of your just inner self, you know. With the Two of Wands, I'm viewing it as someone allowing other people to see within them, see into them, you know, to see what is possible. And I think this is also you seeing what's possible for yourself in the future if you let go of all of these unwanted opinions from others, you know, all of these swords, all of these painful thoughts, all of these painful opinions that have been just jabbed into you. And I think you're now at this point where you're able to see past it and see there's so many possibilities for you ahead. And that not everything that people say is right or correct, because like they don't really know you, not really, you know. They don't know what you're capable of, they don't know where you could go. All right, I'm going to take the clarifiers back, and now I'm going to ask like what you can expect with this shift that's happening. the moon, the sun. Maybe, did you pick pile 1 in my love video? 8 of Cups. Okay, that's too many cards. I'm not taking that many. Queen of Swords. Six of Wands. Four of Swords. Ace of Wands. King of Swords. Temperance. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords, and top of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so we are very stable, and I do think you'll be finding yourself connecting with people that you're able to interact with on an intellectual level, people who understand your way of thinking, who understand your philosophies, who understand, like, who you're able to connect with intellectually, and not just in, like, a serious way, people who also, like, understand your jokes and stuff like that, your, like, witty humor. And I think you'll be really shedding light on a lot of the hidden aspects of yourself, and I think same for others. Like, you'll be seeing more of other people, you know, really being able to connect with that. And I think you're really going to find yourself moving out of this murky, confusing energy, like with the Sun and the Eight of Cups. You're moving out of trying to, like, play things by ear, like you're done with, like, guessing games, done with trying to just, like, perceive what's happening, and you're, I think, seeing things very clearly, and that allows you to move forward with purpose. It's like something clicked in you that brought you some kind of, like, mental clarity, and now you're feeling very successful, and I think also very thankful for some of the people in your life. Not all of them, because a lot of the people in your life are the reason that you had to break out of this shell in the first place. But the people who have somehow pushed you to open up and to connect with who you really are, those people who have helped you make this internal change, I think you'll be going to be feeling very grateful for them. And I think you'll also be feeling very at rest and, like, be able to heal a lot of the mental baggage you've been carrying, able to heal a lot of the anxiety that you've been carrying. I think this will also give you a lot of drive to create. The Ace of Wands here. Drive to create, drive to make your thoughts into reality, a lot of passion as well. I think there may be a love interest here or something, because we have the Queen and King of Swords, or at least someone, maybe not love, but, like, someone who matches you. You know, I think you're gonna find a good balance in the connections around you, people who are able to be receptive to what you have to say, and, like, who are able to express themselves in a way that you understand, and, like, just good communication. I think this is going to be, like, very good communication. I also think that a lot of this is you reclaiming your own personal power as well, and helping you understand that, like, what you say, like, does matter. What you think does matter. It's a very healing energy, you know, and I think you'll be having a lot more confidence in your abilities with the Ace of Wands and the King of Swords. I think you'll be having a lot of confidence in who you are, a lot of confidence in, like, that what you're doing is the right thing. I don't think you'll be second guessing yourself anymore. There's no more, like, it's like you just said goodbye to self-doubt, you know. I don't know what triggered it, but you said self-doubt. Who needs it? And, like, toss it out the window. You're like, and I feel like you're moving into a more masculine energy, which for you I think is good. because it's like you're taking your thoughts, you're taking your ideas, you're taking the things that you think of, the things that you see, and you're bringing them into reality. You know, I think you're really manifesting a lot here as well, and you can expect to see a lot of the things you've been trying to come in, starting to come in for you because of this power that you've taken back, and because of the actions that you are choosing to take. Like, rather than sitting in this Ten of Swords energy, laying there, like on the ground, feeling defeated, you took it back and you're like, you know, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to let these outside opinions keep me from being who I am. And that's amazing, you know. And I think it'll also it'll help you have a more stable home life, a more stable family life. And I think, well, family, or maybe like chosen family, whatever, but more stable home life, more stable like connections with people, like as financially as well. I think you'll be feeling more stable. I don't know, maybe some of this too was in regards to like work. Maybe what you wanted to do wasn't really approved of by your family or by people around you. Maybe people thought you were going to fail, and so now you're realizing that, I mean, the thing is like, if you choose not to act, then that's pretty much the same as failing, because like you didn't put any effort into it, and so you're going to fail anyway. So better to put in some effort, better to see what could happen than to lay around and do nothing, you know. And I think that's where you're at. You're like, you know, at least I tried, at least I'm putting in something, at least I'm going to try and see, and if it goes well, then it goes well. But if I just sit here, then I'll never know what happens. And I think that that's what's happening. You're letting yourself just see what happens. You're letting yourself explore, and that's beautiful. And that's all I have for you, pile one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, subscribe. Thank you for listening to me talk. I hope that this good news is good for you. Let me know if it resonated. Thank you. All right, hello, those of you that chose pile 2, that with the amber. First of all, I just love this piece. If I hold like a flashlight underneath, you can see green in it because of like plant matter, which I think is really cool. I love plants. I have flowers on my desk, but you can't see them. Anyway, amber is really great. It's like sunshine in a stone. It connects you with the earth, but also connects you with your inner fire, and it's very happy. It's very uplifting. I'm wearing an amber bracelet right now. It's this one. Very pretty. All right. So, like with pile 1, I'll be starting with the Blue Messiah reading cards. This is the box. What is the good news for group 2? Had to get up and close the window because it was getting very loud outside. So yeah. Sound healing. Faith. Nature's wisdom. Pile 1 also got nature's wisdom. Bottom of the deck is soul vessel. Give me a second. I have not gotten sound healing or faith yet, so I need to read about them for a second. All right, so it's really funny that the sound healing card came out because it's about being aware of the way that sound impacts you. like sound, not just as in like the sounds, but also like words, music, mantras, things like that. And I think it's funny that came out as I got up and closed the window because it was too noisy. So I think it's really important for you. If you guys live in the city, it would probably be really beneficial for you to take some time away from like the city part of the city and go and find some like naturey bits to hang out in, so you can really connect with like your inner voice and really connect with the sounds of nature, because I think it'll be very healing for you. And I think you will be taking more time in doing that. And I think some of you may have had some like hesitancies about doing that, like not feel like you have the time or the energy to do it. But I think you'll take it's. I don't want to say it's a risk, because going outside isn't necessarily a risk, but I think you'll realize that taking a little bit of time to take care of yourself by going outside and sitting in nature and connecting with like sounds that feel good to you will be worth it, and will really help you connect with who you are and feel more secure in your place on this earth. I think that it's also really important for you guys to pay attention to the music that you listen to. Like, what are you consuming? Like, what kind of media are you watching? Like, what shows are you watching right now? Are they helping you? Are they like giving you any insight? Like, are you learning something? Like, how do they make you feel? The people around you, when you talk to them, how do these conversations make you feel? Do they make you feel good? Do they make you second guess yourself? Like pay attention to the way that the words people say, the words that you say, the music you pay attention to the way that those things make you feel. And I think it'll really help you with knowing what direction you should be going in, and knowing like when it's good to take that leap of faith. And I think part of why you need to spend time in nature is so you can connect more with your own emotions and your own body, so that when it's time to make decisions, you know what to do, because you'll know how you feel internally. So go out in nature, go outside, it's good for you. So now I'm going to go with the Bad Girls Tarot. Yeah, a lot of this is taking better care of your body, of your vessel, because it is part of you, Seven of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Tower. Eight of Wands. The Hangman. The Lovers. I'm gonna give one more. Knight of Swords. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. Oh, I had to do this in group one too. Let me move things a little bit. Sorry. All right, that's better. So, pile 2. There are a lot of things available to you, and you just don't know it yet. And I don't think they're gonna tell me what it is. I think there's a lot of surprises in store for you, a lot of good surprises in store for you. But part of why you need to go into nature and be careful about what you listen to and just open, because you need to learn how to be more receptive. And I think you're also becoming more receptive, and the more receptive you become, the more sensitive you are, which is why you need to be careful about what you listen to, okay, and like what you hear. And I think part of this is because going into nature will help you clear out your energy a little bit, so that it'll be easier for you to be open to things, so that you won't feel so bogged down, so that when it's time for you to make decisions and time for you to know what to do, you'll know what to do. So you won't be overwhelmed with the 7 of Cups. Some of you may be like me and get really overwhelmed when there are a lot of options available, and like overthink it too much and take forever to make a choice. So that's part of why you need to do this, because I think things are going to start moving for you very quickly. It's going to be a very sudden shift from feeling kind of stuck, feeling like you have to like hold on to all of your energy, hold on to all of your resources, like going from that to very quickly having to just like let things happen and just like go with the flow and just let things go and just let things move smoothly. With the Hangman here, the Hangman is about like, it's about shifting perspectives, but it's also about like being in a space where you just have to allow things to happen. You know, being in a space where you're able to receive information, being able to receive energy, being able to receive from the universe, from source, from whatever you want to call it, you know, being able to receive from that. And for some of you with the Lovers here, it could be like a partner. It could also be like something that is very closely in alignment with you, you know, and with your soul, with your purpose, with like who you are as a person, you know, because the Lovers isn't just about like love. It could also be it could be about choices. It used to be called choices. The Lovers can also be about just being in balance, being in flow, being connected, you know, being able to choose what is in alignment with you, being able to choose what's best for you. And I think that you're getting to that point. And I think it really is a gift. And I think some of it is like, you've earned it. I think that you've been working. It's not in the cards, but I feel like you've been working towards something, you know, towards trying to build up some kind of like stability for yourself. And I really see that coming. We have 10 and then 20. So like, I think things are about to really level up for you very quickly. And I think it's going to feel like a big upheaval in your life, like an overhaul of your life, but not in a bad way, in a really good way. But I think it might be really overwhelming for some of you. But I think that if you take the time to like rest and to take care of yourself and to go into nature and to like have that silence and stillness, I think it'll be a lot smoother and easier for you to deal with. You know, you won't be so overwhelmed and so stressed, because none of this is bad. It's just a lot. And I think it'll just be very overwhelming. We have the Tower and the Eight of Wands. That is very fast moving energy. The Tower is Mars, so Scorpio, Aries, and the Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. Okay. And I personally have Mercury in Sagittarius, and also it's Gemini season right now. So like, if you do have Mercury in Sagittarius, it can cause some issues with communication, having a hard time saying what you need to say, because Mercury is already in detriment in Sagittarius because of Mercury is very detail oriented and Sagittarius big picture, so it's very easy to like be kind of fantastical and like leave out details and like not say exactly what you mean to say. Anyway, so communication could be hard right now. But anyway, very quick moving, okay? Very fiery, quick moving energy, but that's not the energy that you need to be in. You need to be in receptive, calm, relaxed, receiving energy so that you can flow with the fast moving energy so that you don't get drained, so that you don't get burnt out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna get some clarifying cards for y'all. This is the Prisma Visions Tarot deck. Devil, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So for some of you, this is love related. The top of the deck got the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, and Death. There could be some Scorpios in this pile. Anyway, for some of you, this is love related. I was asking what is coming in so quick and heavy for pile 1, not pile 1, for pile 2, that they really need to relax. Not relax, that they need to be receptive to. And I got we have the Devil, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, with the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, for some of you, it could be love related. It could be about a person. It could also be about work. And I think part of this is like, you're gonna have, if it's in regards to work, you're probably gonna have a lot of options available to you, and some of them will not be what you need, or like some of them may not be in the best fit for you, because with the Devil, it looks like a really calm forest, but like you get closer and there's a snake in the grass right here, and you can't even see it. Okay, so for some of you, you may get like a job offer or something, or like a few job offers. Just be careful about like which one you choose to go with, because some of them may not be as good as they seem on the outside, you know, or as nice as they seem. For some of you, it could be love and work, you know, someone who's really excited to communicate with you, someone who has a very mature way of thinking, someone who's very, with the Knight of Wands and the Devil, someone who is very, very sexually attracted to you, someone who is like really, really into you and trying to come in real quick. Like it's like they need it. They need you to drive them forward, to give them, I don't know, they desperately need to talk to you about something. And with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant on the bottom, even despite the Devil and the Knight of Wands here, these energies, like, they can easily come out and feel like player, like if it's love, regarding love, it can easily show up as like player energy, or as someone who's just trying to like use you or whatever. But I don't think that's what this is here. I think this is someone who genuinely wants something like stable and secure with you. I just think they're coming off this way because there's a lot of attraction and they just like are really in that energy. But that's not just what they want. They also want stability. They're also trying to be very logical about how they approach you. They're trying to be very mature, you know, they're trying to show up in a way that's very structured, and trying to show up in a way that it shows that they are going to put in consistent effort and work. And they have the Eight of Pentacles under all of that. And I think they may show up this way at first as a way to like be a little guarded, to like guard their feelings. Because I'm just gonna pull from the bottom of the deck, which I do sometimes, but not usually. Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, King of Cups. Okay, so if this is related to love, and then from the top, we have, this is interesting. I don't usually do this in the middle of YouTube readings. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, Death, Sun, Page of Cups. Hold on. I'm doing the most, but I just feel called to do so. It's okay. Just trying to make some room. I just want to make some room. Okay. That's how I'm going to do this. I'm smart. I think. Sun, Page of Cups, World, Hangman. Wait, did I do that wrong? I did. The Hermit, King of Wands, the Hangman, and the World is right here. I'll just put it here. Okay, so if this is love related, this is someone who is coming in with the intention of putting in consistent effort and to take their time and to build up something stable and secure. You know, this is someone who is trying to guard their heart, which is why they may be showing up with this, like, very quick moving, like, Knight of Wands, the Devil energy, and King of Swords energy. So they're coming off as, like, a little cold, like, very hot, but also a little distant. But I don't think that they intend to stay that way. I think that the intention here is to come in with consistent effort and to come in with, stability and to explore and see where things go. Because what I think they want to do, I think they want to let their guard down and open up their heart and see what happens, see how things go. We have the King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups here, you know. And so I think they feel like this is something that's really fated to happen and very transformative to their sense of self, very transformative to their ego, and that's why they're really open to it, you know. But right now they're keeping their feelings to themselves just because they're trying to see what happens, you know. They're also trying to get into a King of Wands, the Hangman, trying to be in it's like they're manifesting this in a way. They've been really focusing on giving to themselves so that they are able to shift their perspective and bring their manifestations in, because I think this would bring in a whole new cycle for both of you, and it would be very transformative. I think this would be something very lasting, so I think it's something that you should give a chance. This is for some of you, because for some of you this definitely is about love, and there is a love offer coming in that may seem a little questionable at first, but I don't think that it actually is. I think that the questionableness on the outside is just for a little bit, and not like really not for that long. I think they're just trying to be a little logical at first so that they can really open up later, because they're showing up as King of Cups, King of Wands, and that's very passionate, very open, very romantic, very sexy energy, in my opinion. And we also have the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles, so it's consistent as well. This may be, it could be any of the signs, but with the major arcana here, we have Taurus, we have Jupiter, so we have like Sagittarius. With the Wheel of Fortune, we have Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, Pisces, and the Wheel of Fortune also has all of the fixed signs, so Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. We have Scorpio with death, so Hierophant, so this could be Taurus, Scorpio. We have Leo, the Sun. The World is Saturn, so Aquarius, Leo. The Hermit, Virgo, Hangman, Pisces. So mainly fixed signs: Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and then Pisces, Sag, Pisces, Sag, Leo. I just named too many. Fixed signs plus Pisces and Sagittarius. Those are the signs. Plus Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo. So half of the signs. Anyway, that was convoluted. Sorry. If it is love, this is what it is. So let me take these back, and then I'm going to pull some more cards. Yeah. And these are going to be I guess I want to know what we can expect as this good news comes in. Yeah, a lot of you, this is definitely love. The Lovers and the Knight of Swords, someone trying to communicate with you. think about their intentions, about what they want, about the direction they want things to go in, first and foremost, because they are erring on the side of caution. But I think you should be open to it. Just see what happens. Just see what happens. Detach from the outcome and just see what happens. So. What changes we can expect from this good news? The Hermit. The High Priestess. Ten of Wands. The Magician. Ace of Wands. Five of Swords. Ace of Swords. Eight of Cups. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Alright, so this good news, it's great news. It is very good for you, I think. It's extremely transformative, but it's gonna shake your world up a little bit, and I think you're gonna have to do a lot of like inward reflection and like really have to do a lot of shadow work. Not that you haven't been doing it already, but I think that whatever this is, I think it's stuff that you can't really deal with without this news first, or without these events. So like if it's a love interest, then like these are things that you need to work with another person, you know, like these are issues that you can't really face on your own. Not saying that they're so hard that you can't face them on your own, but there are some things that can't really be healed unless you're like in the situation to heal them, you know. Like sometimes when healing, especially when it comes to like attachment and things like that, you can only heal so much on your own, and then you need to like heal the rest of it in practice, because part of healing is like being faced with the same situation and being able to like change the way you react to it. And so you can't really heal relationship things completely on your own. Okay, so some of this is going to require a lot with the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands, a lot of like inward reflection and like listening to yourself and making sure you take time to yourself to connect with who you are and to connect with what you need, you know, as an individual. And really making sure that you listen to your intuition and listen to like your inner voice, and allow that to guide you towards what you need to have the most like smooth and abundant life possible, if that makes sense. And be ready to leave behind a lot of your old habits and routines, you know. Get ready to leave behind a lot of things that were no longer serving you, because you won't need them anymore, you know, because this is a new beginning with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords here. It's brand new, brand spanking new, okay? But you're going to be going into the depths here, okay? And I think some of you may resist it a little bit. Like there may be at the very beginning with this news, it might, you know, have some disagreements or like not be on the same page a little bit, like have a few I don't say arguments, but like you're gonna be guarded. Like it's a new beginning, but you're gonna be guarded, because I think a lot of you guys may be used to things starting. You may be used to having a lot of false starts, and so you'll be like, things may be starting, and then you're like, all right, what's next? Like when's this gonna go to shit? Like when is this gonna like go badly? And so I think you're going to have to do a lot of inner work. And I think if this is a person, they're also going to have to do a lot of inner work. Well, I do think this is moving forward. We have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And in this deck, you're able to see that, like, the cards that are next to each other connect to each other. So, like, the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands are connected. And here, what is happening? Both of these people are being, like, so the Knight of Wands is being kind of overtaken by this energy a little bit and is going with it, but is being, like, kind of controlled by it. And the Queen of Wands is kind of, like, flowing with it a little bit better, you know? And so I think this comes in very, like, hot and heavy, very quick. But the key here is to allow yourself to just flow with the energy, you know, and to just, like, go with it and just see what happens, because eventually I think things are going to come to a point where they're a little bit more controlled, a little bit more steady. And so by going with it at first, that will allow you to get to this place of, like, a very secure, stable rhythm, a very secure, stable, like, habit or something like that in regards to whatever is coming in for you regarding, like, love or work. I think for about 70% of you, it's regarding love, 30% it's work, you know? And so I think things come in very spontaneously and it's, like, shaking you a little bit, but go with the flow and it'll work out great. Just be prepared to, like, face some of your demons along the way. Don't shy away from it, you know? And also, if you need to take time to yourself, don't be afraid to voice that. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I've been really enjoying the time that we spend together, but I need a little bit of alone time because I have to connect with myself a little bit. You know, don't be afraid to voice that when you need it, because, like, everybody needs to be alone sometimes, and that's okay. All right, so group 2, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like or a comment and a comment and or comment. Subscribe if you want. Thank you for listening to this reading. Hi, those of you that chose group 3 with the Clear Quartz. This is a piece of quartz from Colombia. I love this piece so much. Sometimes when I hold it, it is a Lemurian. It feels like there's a very clear channel from my crown all the way through. It feels like lightning or something. I don't know, like there's a like that. But Clear Quartz is good for anything. It is a master healer. You can attune it to any energy. It can cleanse. It's an amplifier. It can direct energy. You can tell it to do anything. Lemurian quartz learns from you. You learn from it. You learn from each other. It's very, quartz is good. All around very good. All right. And so what good news is coming in for you guys in group 3? Good news. This is the Blue Messiah reading cards. These are the Blue Messiah reading cards. False god. Virtual fog. Meditation. Bottom of the deck is creative spark. So you guys, some of you may have been spending too much time on social media recently. Too much time on your phones. Just too much time away from the real world. You know, and then I think it has caused you to lose sight of your true self in some way. Because false god is a card that's all about like the you on the outside that keeps the you on the inside from doing what you need to do, from serving this false god of like expectation, I guess, instead of serving yourself like you should be, you know. And instead of doing what is in line with your soul's purpose, you were doing in line, like doing things that are like not good for you. And so I think through meditation and like taking some time away from media, from technology, it would really help you with clearing away some of these like perceptions that you have. Because I think a lot of these issues that you may have been having have been due to like comparing yourself to people on the internet, you know, or like hearing people say things on the internet and taking it like very personally, you know, like maybe from watching too many readings, you know, maybe that's like clogging up too much space in your head. Maybe you really need to clear the energy in your mind so that you can see clearly and move forward very clearly. You guys need to take some time away from media. Stop watching videos. Stop scrolling on TikTok. Stop scrolling on Twitter. Get off of the internet. Maybe a lot of the news has been like causing a lot of mental clutter as well, and it's making it really hard for you to like actually do what's good for you. And so I think part of this is you'll be shedding away a lot of those false perceptions, and shedding a lot of things that are in the way of you expressing your true feelings, your true spark, your true self. And I think taking time away from social media and allowing yourself to be creative and like make things and express yourself, I think that will be really good for you. Okay, I think that's what some of the good news is. I think you'll be able to, I think you're going to find a way to clear away a lot of the mental clutter, and then move forward, not move forward, and then be able to like do things that are a reflection of you. All right, so now I'm going to go into the tarot using Bad Girls Tarot. Page of Pentacles, Death. Actually, I'm going to move everything over just a smidge. Just a little bit. Justice. Hermit. Five of Cups, 10 of Cups. Three of Cups. Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. The Fool. Okay. Top of the deck is the Lovers. Okay, so what I feel is taking a break from social media, taking a break from the people around you, taking a break from all the fog, all of the extra stuff, taking some time to sit with some stillness and silence and stillness, will really bring a lot of balance to your emotional state. Bring a lot of balance to your internal world. Bring a lot of balance to your mind. Just balance all around, especially regarding like your passion, your emotions, your thought process, your way, how you view yourself, your perspective, like so much. And I think it'll bring so much balance to you, because I think a lot of what's happened, like a lot of what you've been seeing on social media or online has been like really really negatively impacting you. And I know people are like, especially when it comes to news, sometimes people are like, you can't just, the people that are experiencing this can't just run away from it. So like, why should you? But like, also you have to take care of your mental health, and it doesn't mean you don't care about what's happening, or you're not like concerned, or that you don't support, or like anything like that. But like, sometimes you just need to take space. It's easy to get overwhelmed, and you need to take care of yourself. And if it's things on the internet that may have been like weighing too heavily on you, or like too many TikToks that are like bringing you down, or like making you like change the way you view yourself, or like making you view like just whatever it is, too many things, you're interacting with too much, you're overstimulated. Okay, but I think that taking this break, it'll just really balance things out and allow you to like let go of all the clutter. Let go of all the mental clutter, the emotional clutter, just all the clutter that is just weighing very heavily on you. Help you with being able to like cut out with what you don't need, cut out what doesn't apply to you. The Five of Cups, I view the Five of Cups as sometimes, actually I can just show you because it's in this deck. Hold on. All right, so in the Prisma Visions deck, which I'm going to use in a moment, the Five of Cups is this person that's willingly tossing two of their cups off of the cliff. Three of the cups, actually. They're willingly tossing 3 cups off of this cliff. And I think that it's intentional, and it's not necessarily like happy, but it's a good thing, because they're getting rid of all of these emotions and like things that they've been carrying that no longer serve them. The things that are like just no longer good enough for them. And I think that that's what's happening, because I think as you distance yourself from social media and allow yourself to connect with you and allow yourself to create, and you'll find a lot more happiness when you change your Five of Cups into the Ten of Cups, and like leave behind what just isn't good for you, things that are holding you back, things that are keeping you in this state of like grief, sadness, of being really down on yourself, of not feeling good enough. And I think I feel like as you clear that away, it'll just bring you a lot of like happiness on your own. I think you'll be happier if you take a break. So much happier. 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, like connect with, like, I know we're in a pandemic, so it's not necessarily always feasible, but like in some way connect with the friends that you have in your life, instead of listening to some random person on TikTok talk to you about like attachment theory, or like give you bad or like people on the internet giving you bad astrology takes and making you feel bad about being your sign. Go talk to some friends, remind yourself like that what people like, not everything you see applies to you, and everything on the internet is true, and everything applies to that. You don't need to hear everything. You don't need to be aware of everything that's happening all the time. It's important to take these breaks and clear out your mind so that you can like get back to who you are. It's really easy to get sucked into these things. It's really easy to get sucked into social media and just scroll and scroll and scroll. The next thing you know, you've been scrolling for hours, and then you've taken all this information, and now you're sad because, like, I don't know, whatever you saw, so many things could have done it. I don't know, it could be anything. But like, as you move out of this, it just, the amount of happiness I feel will be so nice, and you'll be able to like share that with other people as well, and be more positive, and feel more secure in yourself, and have all of this like fulfillment. And I think you won't be beating yourself up as much with this Five of Wands here. I mean, the Five of Wands is like literally in this card. In this card, they're literally all the same person. There's no difference. These are all the same person here, all fighting each other. And I think you'll be able to move out of that energy, you know, and be able to like, when you start getting into this mode of like overthinking and beating yourself up because of, I don't know, some random video you saw somewhere, you'll be able to like be like, stop it, you know, and catch yourself doing it, and like call yourself out, you know. And I think it'll make also lighten you up so that you're able to like move through life with a lot more ease. And I think you'll be realizing that like, I don't know, it's just, the thing is like, it's really, like, I frequently hear people talk about how like social media is super toxic, but like, it's completely possible to have a healthy relationship with it. Healthy relationship with social media. That's funny. It's completely possible to have that, but you need to know when to stop. You need to know when to take a step back. You need to know when like, okay, this isn't good for me. I don't have to listen to it. You know, you need to know like, what you see is completely within your control. If someone is like bothering you, or like if seeing someone makes you upset, then you can like always mute someone, you can block someone, you can unfollow people. Like, you don't have to watch any of these things, you don't have to do any of it. So take a step back, and I think you'll be happier. So now I'm going to pull some clarifying cards with Prisma Visions Tarot. Also, just do other things that make you happy. Do things that you enjoy doing that aren't like watching hundreds of videos a day or something. Clarify death, please. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you're gonna be leaving behind all of this like negative self-talk that you've developed thanks to social media, and your connections and people on social media and the internet. I think you'll be moving out of it, because death, I think you'll be in the Wheel of Fortune. That's a lot of like very heavy, like letting go energy, and allowing yourself to like move forward, and to focus on the brighter things. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which is a benefic planet, which is a planet of like, you know, blessings and good things, and like people in high places and learning, knowledge, etc. I think you'll really be expanding your perspective and expanding your worldview in some ways, and getting yourself out of this like very down in the dumps energy that you've been in, and finding a lot of balance. We also here we have like 2 snakes and like a peacock and 2 peacocks, and I think you've been too deep, like too in your head, too deep in like the feminine energy, like negative feminine energy, like that receptive energy where you're just kind of like feeling like a victim to social media. You know what I mean? Like you don't have any power, but like that's not You have the power to change the situation, and that's what you're doing. Taking power into your own hands. Clarify? I wasn't ready yet. Clarify. 3 of Cups. The Lovers. And the High Priestess. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups and Death. So, yeah, take some time. Spend time. And you'll be taking time and spending time with people who are meant to be around you. People that bring you joy. People that bring you closer to yourself. You know? People that make you feel worth something. People that make you feel worthy of existing. You know, not people who make you like look down on yourself. Like sometimes when you're on social media, it's like it might not even be saying anything negative about other people. It might be saying something negative about themselves. But you can also like catch on to that energy, and you can pick up that energy yourself, and then you start feeling bad. You know, especially if you're like a very sensitive person. And that's why it's important to know boundaries and know when to step back and know when you don't need to be in this anymore, you know? And so I think you'll feel a lot more at balance with yourself. With the Lovers here, I'm viewing it as like a reconnection with yourself. You know, like the two parts of you joining back together in a very balanced way. Because I think part of this also is like, maybe you've been stuck in this for so long that you like kind of forgot who you were. And so I think you'll be getting a deeper perspective, deeper insight into like who you, like not deeper insight, but like a reconnection with like the deeper aspects of yourself. And not just like the shadow aspects that show up when you are watching TikTok videos. And then clarify the 5 of Wands, please. The Tower. Another one. Tower, 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. And I think that this reconnection with yourself, reconnection with others will also help you with like, I was talking about earlier, the 5 of Wands being you beating yourself up, but I think you're really going to be working very, very hard at getting yourself out of this negative self-talk, out of beating yourself up, out of this like negative way of thinking. 3 of Swords is a very mental card, energetically, because it is swords, and you're going to be pushing really hard to get yourself out of this feeling of being defeated, out of this feeling of like things falling apart, I guess, mentally, with the Tower here, out of this like very just chaotic thinking, very chaotic. This is not good for you, but like you see that, you recognize it, and you're moving out of it. So good job. Okay. And now I'm gonna see how you'll be feeling once you're done. Not done. Once you do this. The Moon. The High Priestess. Ooh. Page of Swords. Judgment. Seven of Swords. Death. The Empress. Nine of Wands. King of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot and the Two of Wands. All right. So, as you clear out this energy, you're going to be feeling very connected to your intuition, very connected to your inner world. You'll be very in touch with like your needs, what you need to feel nurtured, what you need to be cared for. This is you're going to be really taking care of your mental health, okay? And that is very important. Good job. Yeah, spending less time on the social medias, to allow yourself to like really take care of you in the ways that you need. And also, as you connect with your intuition, it'll be easier for you to make decisions, and easier for you to like know which way to go, know what you're doing, etc. Because like sometimes when you're like listening to other people or like reading other people's thoughts all the time, it can get, your mind just gets really cluttered, and then it's just like too many opinions, too many things going through your head, hard to know what's yours, what's not, what applies to you, what doesn't. So like take that break. I think as you clear that out, you'll be feeling a lot more open with the Page of Wands here as well. And with Judgment, this is also an open door. So I think you'll be feeling a lot more open and capable of taking on the things that like come your way, and feeling more alive as well. You know, like you've just like freed yourself from the depths of despair or something like that. That sounded really dramatic, but yeah. I think it'll be really like putting yourself back together. I know that's not how you usually view the Seven of Swords, but that's how I'm viewing it because of the way this person looks. You're going to be just putting things in line for yourself, because the Seven of Swords, it kind of looks like this person, they could either be taking the swords or they could be putting them down. But in this case, it kind of feels like they're placing the swords down very orderly and very carefully. I'll show you. Like they're laying them out in a very orderly fashion, trying to be very careful, you know, trying to make sure that they're thinking like clearly. I think that's what you'll be doing too. Be really trying to make sure you have all your ducks in a row regarding your mental health. And so that you're like less anxious, less depressed, just trying to make things better for yourself. And I think that this will be really renewing for you and like give you a lot more energy and a lot more space, you know. And I think you'll be really with the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles framing the King of Wands. I think you'll be really trying to manifest things that you want and desire, and they'll be coming in for you, especially because you'll be really careful about your energy and making sure that your energy is clear, because you can't have this abundance with the Empress unless you are taking care of yourself first, because the Empress always takes care of herself first, and then from there is able to nourish others. Okay, and so you'll be really making sure you give to yourself and let go of burdens that don't matter, that don't add to your life at all. Making sure that you release the ways of thinking, you release the clutter that doesn't serve you, so that you can have clarity and move very smoothly through life and bring things to you in the way that you need. Yeah, and just you're going to be a lot more careful with your energy. The Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Sometimes people feel that it's very guarded, but like in this case, I think it's good. You need to be careful of like what you let in. You can't just be like an open channel all the time, because you have to like make sure you keep your protections up. Keeping your energy clear is very important for moving through life. Okay, and with the Chariot and the Two of Wands on the bottom and the Star, you have a lot of goals and a lot of places that you want to go, and you really are trying to be hopeful for that. But it's hard to do that when you're constantly being cluttered with other people's negativity, you know. And so just make sure that you are keeping your energy clear. I think you will be making sure that you're keeping your energy clear, so that you can move forward in a very balanced and confident way. And that's amazing for you. Group 3, I hope that you enjoyed your reading. That's all I have for you. Please let me know if it resonated. Leave me a comment or like or subscribe, whatever you feel called to do, you know. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the reading.